and Ray Borg. I remember when I fought John Dotson, he said I was boring, X, Y, and Z. And so that fight, I was like, all right, I'm just going to take it to you. Like when he kicked me in the balls and like he kicked me, I was like, no break. You don't get no fucking break at all. And he was, oh, okay, whatever. Even though it hurt, but you get that steel cup on. So it takes some of that absorption. But when he said to me, it was like being bored, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to push the pace. Like I'm just going to try to drown you, right? And obviously, I want to get the finish, but wasn't able to get it. And then Ray Borg, he said, my wrestling wasn't good, right? And so I made it a point that I'm going to out-scramble you in that fight. Like, every single scramble, I made sure I won that scramble because he said, I can out-scramble you.
Bro, that finish was one of the wildest submissions I've ever seen. Suplex to armbar in the air.
Yeah.
In the air you caught it. And then when you told me that you practiced that,
yep,
and that you hit that in practice, I mean, that is wild. That's one of the wildest finishes I've ever seen.
Thanks, man.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, when it got did to me first, Matt, he did it to me, and he caught me, and I was like, what the fuck was that? He goes, well, you're getting so good now. I can't just do a basic armbar. Like, I have to experiment, essentially. And so when he did it to me, I was like, okay, you have to teach it to me. So I would do it, and I'd do it. And he says, you know what your biggest weakness is, Deej? I'm like, what? He goes, you think. Stop thinking and just do. And then when I was in the fight.
That's some Bruce Lee shit right there.
Yeah, it is, right?
Here it is. Let's take a look at it. Boom! The way you hit that was so wild, man. That was so wild.
Yeah, it's funny because he said, stop thinking, just do. Just let your body do what it knows what to do. And we just learned how to, Matt teaches in concept, which I love. And he said that if somebody's holding down the weight, right? If somebody's trying to be extremely heavy, it's going to be a lot harder to move somebody, right? But if you can get them to move their weight or shift their weight a certain way, then they're lighter. I was like, that's what he was teaching at that time. So in that fight, I had Ray Borg's back, and he's being heavy. He's trying to, he knows I'm going to try to get a takedown. He's trying to be heavy. So I said, okay, in my mind, I was like, okay, he's heavy right now. I was like, okay, I have to make him shift his weight. I don't want to shift his weight. He needs to shift the weight. So I kept kneeing him. And then once he went like, bop, I was like, perfect. You just shifted your weight. Go back, Jamie. If you get to, that's sex stuff. Okay. At the beginning, he kind of elbows me in the back of the face. And once he elbowed me, he basically gave me his weight. And once he did that, I was like, perfect, thank you. And I just threw him up and got him. So, yeah, but that finish and my last Adriano finish was probably like if I can have it on not on my wall, but like if someone was like, hey, what are your best finishes? I'll say those two because I think that's the pinnacle of technique coming in real time.
Well, the Adriano too, one of the beautiful things was you got him with the exact same thing he got you with.
Yes, but they left me
a different way.
A different way, 1000%. And I think the distance control, following him, and then knowing the cage is coming, and then just giving everything I had into it was probably doesn't get any better than that. That's like picture perfect. If you look at the slow-mo, you see I'm in southpaw position. I'm on the outside lead leg, lining up my left knee in milliseconds. Like you're playing with windows of opportunity that are open and closing like that. Those why, and then the Ray Borg one is like I'm throwing him up, and then I have to make sure when he loses his balance, I have to catch it and land and throw. Like I like working with like the windows of opportunity. So those two are like why they're my favorite because it's like when you break down the technique of it, it's like.
Find the Adriano one because the Adriano finish in the last one was so beautiful. What you're saying, like where you're like, bam, and then bam, right there.
Yeah, that's
it.
And it's funny. People are like, man, where'd you learn it? I was like, Matt. He's done it to me my whole career. Not blasting me in the face, but understanding like lining up your knee. Here comes the cage, or here comes the ring, and then throwing. And he's done it to me. I've seen him do it to Rich. I've seen him do it to Jens Pulver. Spencer Fisher, I seen him do it to all those guys. So being able to do it in real time at a world championship level, it was like perfect.
Yeah, it was, the timing of it was fantastic.
Yeah.
The fact that Matt has been your coach and that you're one of the greatest of all time, it's kind of amazing that there's not more guys from him that are on that level.